Hey guys, I'm back again and I have for you today an update on my reading. Just a little wrap up because I haven't done any wrap up since like, I guess July or something, which is... Anyway, I spent the weekend doing bookshelves over there, so neglected a bit of my reading for the weekend of Palace Walk. I only read about like 50 or 60 pages, but I'm getting down to it this week. So here are the books that I've read since about, I don't know, end of June, July. I may miss one or two in here, but you know, it's complicated. So I read, now this is in no particular order, I just sort of grabbed them out because I could remember what they were. All right, so read 40 Acres. I know you can't really see that. Maybe you can see it like that. 40 Acres by Dwayne Alexander Smith. Enjoyed it, 4 stars. Hope to see more from him in the future. Picked up Jimmy's Blues as well. So there you have it. It's like a book of poems, and they are poems that James Baldwin wrote to some of his very close friends and family. And like, for example, one of them was his mother. Thanks Danielle for the little tip on who that person was. Then I picked up Dreaming of Elsewhere. This is by Essie Adugin. Here she is right here. Lovely Essie Adugin, Canadian author. I received this as a gift from the Heavy Blanks, Jason. Gotta watch Jason if you're not watching him. Thank you, Jason, for sending me this book. I really, really enjoyed it. I haven't done a review on this, but I'm working on a review for my blog for this one. So look out for that. I'll let you know when it's up. Next, I read in a succession. So we have We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves, Karen J. Fowler. I love this book. I gave it 5 stars. Fantastic. Review that I did on this book is below. Let's see. Next, I read Sweet Tooth by Ian McEwan. I didn't really like this book that much. I gave it 3 stars. Okay, originally I gave it 2 stars, but then I added a star because the writing is very good. Ian McEwan is a very good writer. It's just this storyline and the way it was done, you know, not really my cup of tea. So this is the one I read for my book club last month, I think it was. So, no, the month before last. Not really for me. Then I read James Baldwin, Another Country. Absolutely love, love, love this book. 5 stars. Excellent, excellent. You need to pick this up if you love to read James Baldwin and you haven't read this one. This is the one. Then I read Billy by Albert French. No ma'am. Could not get on board with this one at all. Dialect was terrible. Also, there was even, the dialect was even very different from the blacks to the whites. It just seemed worse for the blacks, better for the whites. I don't understand why, because both were poor. But anyway, main character knifes a girl, a white girl, but he winds up going to the electric chair and he's only 10 years old. The tragedy is that he goes to the electric chair and he's 10 years old. But the character of Billy was not that sympathetic. And I didn't really understand the point of this book. Because when you read the back, it gives you the impression that it's based off of the story, the real life story of George Stinney, who was a 14-year-old African-American boy who was sent to the electric chair for supposedly killing 2 white teenagers. Although there was no proof that he ever did it, he was just one of the last people to speak to these 2 white teenagers before they died. So they hung it on George Stinney's head. Now, this guy, he actually kills the girl. And then a succession of things happen. But anyway, be that as it may, I wasn't moved at all by this story. It gave me a bit of a minstrel feel. you know, the minstrel shows or something, you know, when you see I written as Oz, A-H-S, Oz kills her, you know, no, I can't get on board with that. But anyway, so I gave this 1 star. Next I read Homemade Love, which I love. My first J. California Cooper. Very worthwhile read. 4 stars. So if you haven't read that one, get on it. Then I read La Robe du Futur. And that is by Riyad Sattouf. This is very good as well. Very good graphic novel. And it is, it has been published in English as well. So one of my lovely subscribers, Phyllis Rhodes, thank you Phyllis for putting the link on my video. I will also link the review for this as well, and I will put the link in the description box as well for the, you know, so you can see that it's in English as well. Then I was supposed to read last month Nymphéa Noire. Nymphéa Noire, that wasn't happening. I got all the way to page, I don't know, page 150, something like that. I could not get into this book at all. The writing is really not great, and it's kind of cliche, and I couldn't do it. This is like the second book in 7 years or 8 years that I have not read. So yeah, and I don't think I'll ever try to pick this one up, because I was talking to some of my French friends about it. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. That's no big deal. It's not great. So didn't read that one. Then read the Millennium Trilogy in the comic. So I read book 1, book 2, book 2, and book 3. And we're still waiting for books 4, 5, and 6. Now, this comic, I'm enjoying it immensely, but frankly speaking, if I hadn't read the book, I would not be able to follow very well this comic. Although the artwork is fantastic. Artwork is, you know, it's top notch. It's just that the way the story is told, it's very difficult to follow. So that's the only problem with these. Then I also read NW, which I just did a review on this one. I think it was last week. So you can check that one out as well. And I don't have it here right now, but I did read Bad Feminist. It's somewhere over there in this mess. I forgot to put it up, bring it up, but I did read that. So that's all I've read. That's my wrap up. Now, if you want to know what I'm reading at the moment, I am only a quarter of the way through this one, Before You Suffocate Your Own Fool Self. I am a quarter of the way through The Years of Zero. I am just on page 50 in the Palace Walk, which I am buddy reading with Leanne, the lovely Leanne over at BOOKSand Babble. I haven't started the 100-foot journey yet, but we'll be starting it, I don't know when, because I need to have the 100-foot journey read for the 22nd of November when I meet up with my book club. So yeah. And I'm buddy reading good old Ruby with Danielle and Dominique, the 3Ds. And yeah, so I haven't started this one yet. I won't be starting this one probably until next week. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you're doing well. You're getting lots of reading done. We'll be back soon, hopefully with a review.